And here we go again, another practice officially in the books for the Dallas Cowboys, but this time it's another joint practice with the LA Rams, and this one got a little bit chippy early. We're going to talk about all the news, the notes, the highlights, the observations from today's practice, including a couple of guys who are really starting to stand out for both the teams. Before we jump into the video though, I want to give a massive shout out to all of the Rams and Dallas Cowboys media members that kind of enable us to make these videos, because guys, without them, these videos are not possible to make. I swear, today it literally felt like I was there at practice watching, because they post almost every single clip, almost every single highlight. They let us know what's going on. So do me a favor and go follow them on X right now, because I guarantee you will not regret it. Now let's start off with talking a little bit about the Dallas Cowboys. The offensive line today for them was Tyler Guyton, Tyler Smith, Cooper Beebe, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele at right tackle. Now, one guy who's been really interesting thus far throughout all of OTAs and training camp and mini camp and their first preseason game has been Tyler Guyton, man. He was actually graded out on PFF as the highest rated offensive tackle among all rookies. So right now, Tyler Guyton looks like he could be a really big time steal for them, and I want to see him continue to get better and better as time goes on. Today he actually had a really solid practice, really showcasing some versatility, and I want to again continue to see that translate into more preseason ball and eventually into the regular season as well. Now, we had a lot of 7-on-7s, but more specifically a lot of 11-on-11s. We had one play where they handed the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield, got about 15 yards after contact, so that was pretty nice to see. We saw, a ball security issue between the offensive line and Dak Prescott. The ball got loose there, and I think the Rams actually scooped it up during 11-on-11 work. We saw Cavante Turnpin actually get a ball from Dak Prescott. He dropped back, look right, look left, scrambled out, and find Turpin in the back of the end zone for a nice little touchdown. That was during 11-on-11, so that was cool to see. Oh, another thing that was actually something to note was Aaron Donald was there, and he was talking to Jared Verse, to I believe the first time they've actually met, but obviously I don't know that for sure, but definitely had a long conversation during today's practice. We saw Dak Prescott throw the ball to Brandon Cooks off a play action fake, look left, through left, in stride, found Brandon Cooks. We saw Deontay Burnett get a big-time catch in today's practice. I believe it was from Cooper Rush, where he rolled out to the right. A quick throw, a little bit high, but Burnett was able to bring it down. We saw Jalen Brooks get absolutely lit up by Quentin Lake, threw him to the ground, ball came loose, and then Lake ended up scooping it up as well. They said it might have been a fumble, but looked like it could have gone either way in terms of a fumble or even an incompletion as well. We got a back left fade to Brandon Cooks, just out of his reach, over his head, and that was an incompletion as well. We saw Chauncey Golston really make an impact in today's practice, really getting around the edge, forcing quarterbacks to be uncomfortable in today's practice, and that is something that stood out to me. Let's see, what else can we get to? All right, let's get to some Rams stuff before we jump back into the Cowboys. I don't want people thinking that we're just covering the Cowboys. So DB Cameron Curl had a nasty PBU. Right hand kept his left on the receiver, and the right hand got a PBU. That clip will be in the video. I believe that was against, I want to say, Cavante Turnpin, left corner of the end zone. We also saw Byron Young get a couple of would-be sacks on Dak Prescott. Obviously, they're not allowed to hit the quarterback, but if they would have been a couple of sacks there for the defense. Byron Young being one of them, just being a dog so far. He's looking for a massive step up in another year, another system, or another year in the system. So I'm excited for Byron Young. The Rams defense in the middle of the field was very... they lack something, man. They were giving up a lot of plays over the middle, so keep that in mind. But the front line was getting to the quarterback, getting to Dak Prescott a ton today. They were definitely having a field day out there versus Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys offense. A couple of incompletions due to, just high pressure on the quarterback. So we also saw Tre'Davious White with back-to-back holding calls deep down the field, so that's not something you love to see. Obviously, he was an all-pro corner just a couple of years ago. Can he get back to that style of play? we're going to have to wait and see there. Jared Verse just looks like he's probably a leader of this defense almost right away, which is crazy to say. Now, before we get any further into the video, guys, do me a big favor, hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Cowboys throughout the entirety of the offseason. Almost every single practice and every single game, we're going to be breaking down film. And guys, also, keep in mind, we are going to be breaking down a ton of film. We just posted one covering Marshawn Nealon and, a couple of the Kalen Carson as well, right? If you guys want another film breakdown video, comment down below just saying more film and let me know who. Like, you want me to break down Tyler Guyton after a really good week? I could drop that video tomorrow. So if this video gets, let's just say 300, 400 likes, we will be posting another video tomorrow for the Cowboys. And maybe it will be a breakdown of Tyler Guyton. So let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. So that will be interesting to see. We had Donovan Wilson getting back into practice, by the way. Donovan Wilson get a would-be sack on safety, on a safety blitz on Matt Stafford. It was a really good play by Mike Zimmerman, and Donovan Wilson gets into the backfield really quickly. Offense wasn't even expecting it. Oh, also, forgot to say it. I will be live streaming the Cowboys game this weekend on my Twitch. If you guys want to watch that game with me, make sure you guys follow the Twitch. Link will be in the description below, or you can find it at Matty Dubs with 3 S's. But back into the video, DeMarcus Lawrence had a really good day today. Got a ton of pressure on the quarterback. Cooper Kupp was pretty much unguardable for the majority of practice. I think he had 2 back-to-back touchdowns, or within a 5-play frame at 2 touchdowns versus the defense of the Cowboys. I believe one of them was against Trayvon Diggs, and the other was against Deron Bland. So 2 of their best corners finding, some space on those guys. Let's see, what else do we have here? Some more pressure off the edge from Verse, but ends up getting a touchdown to Kevontae Turpin anyway. We saw a lot of Jake Ferguson getting a ton of opportunity in this offense. I think that's going to continue to happen. Nice throw over the linebacker. Found him in stride. We saw Deuce Vaughn getting very chippy with Jared Verse after a play, so that was interesting to see. Marshawn Leland did a really good job one-on-ones off the edge. Did a good job just creating some separation there, getting to what would be a quarterback. We did have a little bit of a scuffle in today's practice. We got not too much. Rico Dowdle had a couple of big carries in today's practice. Nothing too much. Trayvon Diggs also did get a nice little interception. That was one play that I love to see. It looked like Matt Stafford, obviously in the pocket, drop back, look left, scan right, and then decided to throw deep left. Trayvon Diggs all over it, man. I mean, he was in front of it for the majority of the play, so he looked good today. Josh Ball was taking first-team snaps at left tackle. But he was kind of getting beat up by Jared Verse a little bit towards the end of practice. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to let you watch a little bit of these highlights by yourself without me yapping all the time. But with that being said, man, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next Cowboys update. Peace.
Perfect.